Good evening, everyone. Today is the 22nd of March, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. We actually have I think a good and interesting meeting. Many of you may have attended leadership already last week, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to, with the help of my co-host, and I have a co-host today, Theresa Caffarra, we're going to help you break down leadership into 3 easy steps, 3 actionable steps that you can take now to help your teams understand what leadership is all about. I'm going to help you understand why that's so important. I think sometimes we run the risk of coming back from leadership and we learn so much. We're so excited, so many interesting people. We've heard so much, but our impulse maybe is to just kind of regurgitate everything that we've heard. So just copy down copious notes and then just keep blah, 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 until people just don't know what to think and they are just bored to tears listening to us chatting. And so I'm going to give you 3 easy steps. Megan, I see you laughing your head off. That's good. I want to see you really taking action on leadership, and I'm going to explain why. Now, maybe tell me in the chat. We don't have a full group yet, but tell me in the chat, did you go to Leadership Live? Are you listening to the replay? Tell me in the chat now. I'm going to give you a minute if you can. So we're asking everybody, for anybody who's hopping on. Ernie says live. Okay, anybody else live? You're listening to the replay. What's going on? I'd love to hear. Okay, and if those of you who didn't get a chance to hop on leadership, maybe this is a perfect chance for you to be on here. Some of you may have even gone on to live leadership and gotten finished with it through the whole thing and said, okay, I learned so much, but what? And not really understand what the main takeaways are. So today is about understanding the main takeaways and what are the teachable moments, because most of the people that are on here are looking to really teach something, right? We want to make sure that we step away from leadership and we can relay that information. That's part of what we do. We want to make ourselves duplicatable. So you have to simplify the information as much as possible. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to pass the word. So I know that I've gone to other recaps of live meetings, and I won't say where or with whom, but when I've gone to a recap of a live meeting, it's often been extremely boring and every last detail is recounted. But I'm going to use an analogy here that I hope will resonate with all of you. So let's say we go to a really great party together. You and I, we go to a really great party together and the food is fabulous. The music is great. We both look beautiful. Everybody tells us all night long, I love your dress. I love your hair. You look fabulous. Look at those shoes. I mean, just think about this party. It could be a big wedding you've gone to, anything that you've gone to, and you just feel like $1,000,000, right? And you dance the night away and you come home and you think, oh my goodness, that was just amazing. Now, the next day you run into your best friend and for whatever reason, she wasn't invited to the party. She didn't go to the party. She couldn't go to the party. She had another engagement. And you begin to tell her about how wonderful the party was and how much fun you had. Now, will it ever substitute for going to the party? Ever? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. I see you all shaking your heads. Never going to substitute for the party. So what we can do though with our friend is maybe give her the 2 or 3 highlights that will kind of help her, right? So we can say to her, I went to this party and I learned that having a band of 5 people instead of 7 people is better for that group. Or I wore these shoes and I think you would really love these shoes too. We try to help our friend to understand maybe what was good about the party or maybe what would help them. That's our role. Leadership is the same thing. Leadership, when it's live and you're on it and you've seen it, it can be an amazing thing. But coming back and trying to recount every detail to everybody, and look, this is my personal opinion. Of course, some people will feel like they have to take slavish notes. And I will tell you, notes do play a role. They really do. Because when you take notes, you can go back and you can review information that you maybe weren't so certain about. It's great for your own edification. But is it really great for other people? Maybe not. Now, if someone asks you a question and you want to go back to your notes and say, oh, yes, I saw Dr. Hill and he said X, Y, and Z about these specific things, notes are terrific for that. But just recounting all the notes or reading out of your notes, maybe not as effective, especially when we're talking about bigger groups, because they just can't get the flavor of the thing. So I hope you like my party analogy, and I hope we get to go to a party together really soon together. And I really want to dress up and we'll get our hair done and our nails done, and we're going to look fabulous, and we're going to dance all night. It's going to be a really great party. Okay, so tonight we're talking about leadership recap. I'm going to give you, a quick recap of what happened to me over the last 2 weeks, really quick, and then I'm going to actually pass the microphone to Theresa. And the reason I'm doing that is because over the last 2 weeks, I actually had an eye injury. I have a torn retina in my right eye. It's been 2 weeks of healing, and I'm going into my third week, which is why I'm on here at all. I've been trying to avoid screens, and many of you maybe have not heard this already. I've been kind of quiet about it. So let's just say it was an accident with a toy, and I got hit in the eye with a toy, and I didn't think it was anything that bad at first, but I started seeing just weird flashing in my eyes and then lights flashing on the side. Luckily, though, I was with my husband, and I have to say he stayed really calm, cool, and collected, as he always does. And we were in Dallas, Texas. And this is a lesson, I think, to all of us, because many of us, because we're in the national health sphere, tend to say, oh, I'll apply oils and it'll be better, right? But this is a message to all of you. Sometimes you have to get things checked by a doctor, right? So I was having these weird symptoms, and I said to my husband on a Sunday night, gee, what do you think? This is not normal. And he said, you know what, let's call his brother. He has one brother who's a doctor. Let's call my brother and just ask him, is this normal? When I called my brother-in-law, he said, it doesn't sound normal, but sometimes these things are nothing. But I really recommend that you have this checked out by a doctor before you fly back to New York, because obviously I had to take a plane back to New York. When I called the following morning, I was able to find a doctor through my insurance company. I called the doctor, and the doctor said, or the nurse, well, it might be nothing, but it's a good thing that you come in and have it checked out. And even when I got into the doctor's office, the doctor said to me, only about 10% of people that have those symptoms actually have something wrong with their eye. It could be just impact to the eye and you're feeling a little discomfort. And then, of course, when he looked at my eyes, he said, no, actually you have a torn retina. So for those of you who've heard of a torn retina, it basically exactly what it sounds like. It is not a detached retina, which is much more serious, but a torn retina can become a detached retina if it's not taken care of. So it was a good thing that I did take care of it right then and there. They examined my eye and they sent me to a laser surgeon right away that same day, and I had lasering on my right eye. So that was a little over 2 weeks ago, which is why I can be in front of a screen and with some lights on me, but I don't want to be on here for the whole thing. I'm going to show you my gorgeous glasses. When I first got out of laser surgery, they actually gave me, are you ready? They gave me these. Not too good, huh? These are really kind of bad. So they're like a paper glass, but I was kind of walking around with these, and you can imagine this plus the mask, I look like a criminal. Okay, so now I have, these are a little more chic, ladies. I got these. What do you think? Not too bad, right? Pretty chic. Okay, so for the most part, when I'm outdoors, I'm in my dark glasses trying to look like a movie star. But in my house, I'm okay to walk around because it's not too bright in my house for the most part. Okay, I'm glad you like my glasses. Not the first one, James Bond lady. Yes, that's exactly what they look like. They're nice and dark, which is the main thing, protecting my eyes. I have another week of recovery. So if you haven't heard from me and I haven't texted you back, I know some of you reached out to me on social media and sent me direct messages. I'm just trying to stay away from my phone. Sometimes I'm sending voice messages if it's really critical. But that's where I am. I still love you all. I have not forgotten about you. In fact, I've been thinking about you all the time. Now, the person that I want to introduce, though, before I move on is Theresa Caffarra. Many of you saw Theresa last week. She stepped in for me at the last minute. She's a great friend and colleague. I know Theresa for, I would say, about 15 years now. We've worked together. She lives right near me in New Jersey. She's been part of this team. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She's a mom of a grown son. And I'm so happy that she was able to be here last week and just kind of pick up the pieces and do everything for us. And I just wanted all of you to tell her thank you for what she did last week, but she did an amazing job. And this week she's going to be back. She's going to do the body of the presentation, and then I'm going to come in with the wrap up at the end. But I wanted to give you all a little bit of a heads up of what's going on, why I haven't been here, why I've had that crazy background. And I don't know if you noticed, last week I was actually, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago, I was in a hotel room in Dallas, and that was right before I had gone to the doctor. So everyone says hi. Thank you everyone for the great messages. Yeah, Z says, don't worry, your eye is more important. Danielle says, hope you continue health quickly and speed of recovery. So I'm absolutely on the mend. You can see I have lots of energy. It's a little boring, I have to say, a little boring, because you can't read too much. I can kind of read with one eye, which doesn't last too long, as you can imagine. But you really want to stay away from screens and stuff. So today, I'm actually going to share my screen with you so you can see what we're talking about today. And for those of you who didn't hear about my party story, I hope you're going to pass this along to your friends and colleagues. And if you are anywhere near here, I hope you are getting to a party really soon. So I don't know who's able to get to parties right now. They're slowly but surely opening up our state. And I think we're going to have some smaller parties, not too big, maybe 10 to 12 people. But we are going to, whoops, hold on one second. I want to go back for a second. There we go. We're going to go back and to normal times, I think pretty soon. We're slowly but surely opening up. So today is a leadership recap, but today we're actually going to learn only 3 things, my friends. We're going to learn only 3 things, and I want you to write these down. So number 1 is you're going to learn about new products and kits. New products and kits. And Theresa, if you could put this for me in the chat, that would be really terrific. Second thing you're going to learn about are new business initiatives. New business initiatives. And the third thing you're going to learn is how to take action today. And an easy way for your teams to take action, right? Because that's really the goal. So 3 things: new products and kits, new business initiatives, and how to take action today. That's all you're going to learn today. And I think if it's just 3 things, you're going to be able to pass the word. Of course, you're going to have this recording. It's going to be up on YouTube. You can pass it along as much as you need or would like to. But I think this is going to be the great, the thing that's going to hopefully be the key in the door. So Leadership Retreat was called actually Evolve. And I'm going to pass the microphone philosophically, not actually, to Theresa. And Theresa, if you could take it away, and I'm going to actually take off my camera for a little while if I possibly can. And if I can't, I'm just going to step away from the camera, and then I'll be back at the very end. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oops. Okay, Theresa, take it away.
Very good. Thank you very much, Elena. It's great to be with you and everybody today. It's a privilege and a lot of fun. So Evolve, Emily talked about how everybody was lonely. I'm going to just do a little quick recap, not to tell you about the whole party, but you know, some of the changes that are going on in our world and in doTERRA. And so we're evolving as a company. And Dr. Hill and Dr. Stevens talked about toxicity in our products or in the world, and how we get them out of our products. So that's kind of where the products are leaning towards, and you'll see that more and more. But we are evolving as a company and in the world itself. So we're going to look at some new products now, what's coming, or maybe even already here. All right, Elena, next slide. So here, Andrew talked about the new product development, and we're free from 1,900 ingredients and counting, and they're looking to, it is going up to over 2,000 ingredients that doTERRA is not going to be used because they're not good for us. And so it goes into all of the different types of things that they're using or not using. And so when you're looking at the new products, just keep that in mind. We've had some product changes. Our digestion has just changed, not because it had bad products in it, but because they found something a little bit better. So it's nice to know that doTERRA isn't just satisfied with something that they have that's really wonderful. They want to make it even better. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the first thing that they've come out with that is going to be new very soon is the new hair care line. It has a protecting shampoo, a daily conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner. So the wonderful thing about that is that they're using some different, well, it's good for all hair cares, all hair types. And I've heard some people say, well, the current shampoo doesn't work for my hair type. This should work better. So we'll see, but I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. It's good for hair, treated hair. So if you're coloring your hair or doing something to that, that'll work. The shampoo is going to have peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, and spearmint in it. So that'll take care of some of the scalp issues and flushing things. And it continues to take care of all the dirt and buildup that we currently get with our current shampoo. And then there's a daily conditioner, and that also has peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, and spearmint in it, which will be fun. That'll smell really nice on your hair. And then they have a leave-in conditioner, and that's has wild orange, lime, blue tansy, and magnolia in it. So I can't wait to see that. All right, Elena, next slide. And coming soon, just for this summer, they're going to have a hair care travel trio. So make sure you get that, whether you're going to use it to refill it as you go out and about, but you're going to want to be able to take your shampoo and conditioner with you. All right, and then coming April 1st, so there's several things coming April 1st. There's the Aroma Essentials Collection. It's available as an enrollment kit or on LRP. And so it's to introduce people to the different oils, easily using as being diffused. And so that has wild orange, peppermint.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Balance, On Guard, Serenity, Breathe, Cheer, Northern Escape, which is a limited edition, and Citrus Bloom, and Adaptive. So as we go through our lives and things are stressed, that'll be in there. Then, oh, no, there you go, right there. So they're coming out with 2 new wellness boxes. I don't know about you, but for me, these wellness boxes have made it very easy to talk specifically about targeted areas that a lot of people have challenges with. And so one of them is sleep. So they're going to come out with the 3-tiered sleep kit. And the first one includes bath salts, the Calmer blend, Serenity Restful Complex, Serenity in the 15 milliliter bottle, Cedarwood, and Gratitude oil. I'm hoping that they'll have vetiver in the one, either the second or third one, because I have become in love with vetiver. All right, next one. Second one is the respiratory kit, and as we come into the spring and some people are having a hard time breathing because of the pollens and things that are out, whether it's in the fall because of the same thing, or the winter when we are, just needing that extra bit. We've got the respiratory kit. The first one includes the Breathe drops, the Cedarwood, again, the Breathe 15 milliliters, so that you can use that as a diffuser, lime, cardamom, the peppermint beadlets, and a little tiny personal diffuser. And I am obsessed with diffusers. So if for no other reason, I'm going to get this kit. And both of these kits are going to be available April 1st. All right, Elena, next. And starting today, for this week is a BOGO week. And so if you buy a BOGO box, opposed to doing it every day, you're going to get a free rosemary. But in the box are tangerine, spearmint, lemon, lavender, eucalyptus, citrus bloom. We're coming into the spring months, so that's a beautiful one to diffuse. Balance, breathe, blue tansy, Roman chamomile, peace, and a beautiful touch. Now, they have never ever told us all the products before. Usually they tell us half of the products and tease us with the rest. Well, this time you get to find out what all the products are, and whether you are restocking or whether you're going to use this for a new membership. This is a great box to start with because it's got a lot of wonderful oils. So you can, the retail is $252 and wholesale $189. So, and free shipping. This is a great deal. All right, next one. All right, and then Andrew gave us a sneak peek of convention. It was a tease. We were kind of hoping for something a little bit more filled in, but I'm looking at 4 oils there in the lower left corner, 315 and 1.5 milliliters. And I'm thinking the ones on the right may be more beadlets, maybe some frankincense beadlets, I don't know. And then at least 1 supplement, it looks like, and maybe a roll-on. So it'll be exciting to see what's coming down the pike in convention. All right, Elena. All right, you're on.
Okay, everyone, taking off my glasses for a minute. Okay, so thank you so much, Theresa. That was talked about those new products. I love the idea of the BOGO kit and knowing all about it right up front. I want to just reiterate something that Theresa said was the best ways to use the BOGO kit are as follows. Number 1 is if you're enrolling a new member, you can enroll the person using that as an enrollment kit. The membership fee will be waived. So membership fee will be waived with that BOGO kit all of this week. So that's a terrific way for a new person to jump on board. Number 2 is restocking your essential oils. So as we've gone through COVID, there have been tons of restocks. Sometimes you may have run out of something. There's also some very expensive oils in there and things that maybe you just don't want to pay cash for right now, or you don't have the points for it. This is a great way for you to restock your collection. And so as you're talking to members and when you're talking to your team, I want you to encourage them to use that kit in those 2 ways, restocking and enrolling new members. So that's where I want, because I know sometimes I get some grumbles from people who say, another BOGO, so on. No, you've got 2 reasons why this BOGO box is different from all the rest. Okay, and of course you've got some special gifts in there, like the beautiful roll-on that we don't get to too often. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about team. I want to say thank you to Southeast Asia leadership. I did not attend Southeast Asia leadership, but I actually borrowed 2 of these slides from that leadership. And I just love these 2 particular slides. So number 1 is small actions that count. So when you're talking to your teams, you want to make sure that the person that you're talking to, the group that you're talking to, and you yourself have coaching ability. Are you able to take someone under your wing and talk to them and really listen to them? That's what coaching is all about. Coaching is not just sending and directing. It's a lot about listening and understanding. Are you able to identify and work with the needs and strengths of your leaders? Because not everyone has the same strengths that you do. And as you know, everyone's at a different level. Now they're all working their own businesses. They're all kind of in their own path, but you want to make sure that you're able to look at them each as individuals. Are you able to hold crucial conversations with them before the issues get too big? If you see someone maybe who isn't being productive in a way that they said they were going to be productive, or they're not living up to their agreements, are you able to talk to them in a way that makes sense and hold those crucial conversations? And folks, these are not easy things to say, but you are guiding that person. You're giving that person perhaps life skills that they would not have had otherwise. And last but not least is be the role model. If you yourself are working, if you yourself are enrolling, if you are yourself are, your team sees you as active and involved and really showing up every day, they're going to take your example. A lot of wonderful leaders on this call. Many of them have been working with doTERRA for the last eight years at least. Want to make sure that as we grow in our roles, that we continue to be role models. The other slide that I absolutely loved from the Southeast Asia leadership was to know your members. So number one is kind of knowing yourself. The second one is knowing your members. You want to know their health concerns. You want to know their health status. You don't ever want to recommend something to someone and then think, oh my goodness, I forgot to tell them whatever, or I don't know, maybe they're taking some sort of medication that would be counterindicated. Reminds me, think about me and the eye. Had I called my leader, let's say I'm a new member, called my leader and said, I have this problem with my eye. What do you think I should do? I want to hope that the leader says, you know what? Why don't you have that checked out, right? First step, have it checked, get a diagnosis. Help your members always to get a formal diagnosis, then they can take steps for repair. And I will say that I've been applying yarrow palm around my eye and also frankincense. So each morning when I'm getting up, and I really feel it soothing. I don't know, there's something about the yarrow palm. I don't know if it's the blue tansy that's in there, but just that feeling, or the yarrow, or maybe the pomegranate oil that's a little bit more moisturizing. It really does feel soothing to the eye. You want to know their habits and what they want. And then finally, you want to share testimonies. You want to hear their testimonies as new members, and you want to share your own testimony as an experienced leader. So I'm going to keep going. I have a few more slides, not too many. I want to value your time today. And want to make sure that we get to the end, because I have a special challenge for you and a special way to win a really cool prize. Okay, so another new development announced at leadership was the a little bit of a change to the aroma touch technique. Many of you have become aroma touch certified trainers. Many of you have attended aroma touch workshops. At least I want to think that all of you have either gotten an aroma touch, given an aroma touch, even gotten an aroma touch hand massage. You know what the technique is all about. And sometimes we can get, I don't know, sidelined and not think about it at all. There's going to be a new program with 3 objectives. So establishing the aroma touch technique as a foundational element within doTERRA. We're going to remove barriers to learning to the aroma touch technique. And then we're going to create business and sharing opportunities. And we're going to see all of this coming to us in the late spring or early summer. So my guess is probably around Mother's Day, maybe May, early June. That's when we should be seeing all the things. But as you know, the aroma touch technique was developed to maximize the health benefits of essential oils. And most people love the aroma touch technique. I myself love to get aroma touches, and I will gladly give aroma touch hand massages. I don't give that many aroma touch techniques. I don't know why, maybe just to my family, but it is definitely something that is unique to doTERRA. And I think, yes, that developing a new program will help all of us. So that's also something to keep in mind. The other thing that I want to announce, and this is a really cool one, our new business tool. So this is really the paper business tool. The new business building guide is something that just came out. Now, the one on the right is actually the paper brochure that you can order. I know some people, I hate paper, I'm done. So you're going to have all of the business tools on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to have business training on the go, shareable product education, a good ebook, or many good ebooks actually to curl up with, system that really works, so empowered success guides, business mentoring with some of the best, and business advice tailored to you. All at the click of your phone. You're just going to hover over the QR codes and you're going to be able to access all of this information. I think 90% of it is available right now, but watch for new updates over the next few months. If you want to take a screenshot of this slide, go right ahead and you'll have access. I don't know how clear the access codes are going to come out, but this is going to be on YouTube, and we're going to be publishing the slides as well, sort of bit by bit on some of our social media platforms. Last but not least, and this is to me, this is super exciting news. We're going to have a online business building certification course. And this is something we have never seen before. We've always seen online oil courses. We've seen different way. We've seen aroma touch technique courses, but we've never seen a business building course. And I have to tell you, this is really amazing. So this is going to be complete with videos, quizzes, bonus content from top leaders, not found in the print version of the guide. This is going to take a new builder on their onboarding process to the next level. It's going to be putting the business building guide in a format of an online class with different people who have different learning styles. So if you're a really go, go, go type of person and you're working with a new leader who maybe has a more, I don't know, a more gentle approach, you may have either clashes or an inability to communicate. This kind of levels the playing field. And I would say anybody who wants to build their business should be starting here. This is a great way really to start. So ultimately, this program builds belief, increases confidence, leads to actions being taken that will yield results. And I posted it at the beginning of our chat, and Theresa just posted it again, the link to this particular course. The course is open now. So that's going to be my challenge to you in a minute. So I've got 3 challenges for you for this week, and that's going to be how you win your prizes. And you're going to check out the course right online. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes you to take the course, but not 10 days, folks. You should be able to do it in a matter of a few hours. Okay, next thing I wanted to, right now, Global Convention, September 8th through 11th. No, it is not live. It is going to be virtual. But you know what? We're going to gather like we did last year, and it's going to be great. I don't know how many of you went to virtual convention. Maybe let me know in the chat if you went to virtual convention. I learned so much, and all those new products, and we got our convention boxes. It was just really fun. So in the next slide, I'm going to talk to you about 3 actions that I want you to take. And Megan says she went to 2020 virtual convention. I know a lot of you on here, I'm sure, went to the virtual convention. 3 actions to win a prize. And this is for all of you that are listening on live, anybody who's listening on YouTube. Hopefully we're going to award these prizes quickly because I want to find out really who's jumping in there and getting these. So I've got as a prize for today, these 2 mind and mood kits. Okay, 2 mind and mood kits, because we're talking about kits. We're always talking about 90-day plans on here. We've got 2 more kits. So we know that this is an initiative that doTERRA is really getting behind. 90-day plans, that idea of following up with one specific issue for 90 days, something that I've been talking about for years, but doTERRA is really doubling down on this. We're going to have 5 of these kits now available. Super exciting. I don't have the other kits available, but maybe later on when they are available, I'll run another prize. So these are the 3 actions that I'd like you to take now. And the first 2 people that take these actions, each person will earn a mind and mood kit. So you're going to share this information with a friend, with someone. You're either a friend, a colleague, or your team. If you have a team, absolutely spread the word. We want to make sure that it's going out in sort of group format. So don't send me a text that says, oh, I sent it to my mom, just one person. We want to really spread it out as much as we can. Number 2 is get your BOGO box, right? You want to be able to show your BOGO box. You want to be able to show it in different places. And you also want to be able to explain to your teams why they need their BOGO box now. And number 3 is start the business builders course. Start the business builders course. And of course, this is all going to be more fun with your team if you make this a challenge. And maybe what I'll do is, if you really want me to, contact me and I'll give away a couple more of these kits. And I may not have mind mood kits, but I certainly have On Guard kits and other kits, immunity kits that I might be able to give away. But let's start with these 2. When you've taken these 3 actions, share the info, get your BOGO box, and start the Business Builders course, you're going to send me either a text message or a DM and let me know. You can send it right here on YouTube, or you can send it on any of the social media platforms that I'm on. I want to hear that your teams are winning this, because I've got a lot of leaders on here, but that's what I'm going to be giving away. So first 2 people, to share this, get your BOGO box, and start the business building course will each win a mind mood kit. So that's my challenge for you today. Please remember that you are really amazing. You are the magic, the secret sauce, if you will, in all of this that goes on. And for every single week, We're here together to be able to talk about different issues, talk about what's coming up next. Thank you always for your support. I want to thank Theresa Caffarra for having gotten on and for co-hosting today. Today was kind of a, I don't know, just a different sort of a day. We don't always have either co-host. We actually got finished fairly quickly, 9:35. So I will say farewell to you. We're not picking, actually, if for the live people, if you could please stay on the line. And for everyone else, if you're listening on YouTube, click subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notifications each and every time you each and every time we come out with a new video. And we're going to be coming out with videos at least twice a week. So sometimes in English, sometimes in Spanish, but always new content coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave your comments below. Okay. Have a wonderful week.